Alright, so welcome to day 28. So we are almost towards the end of our 30 days series, but yes, last few days left, and I want to take these last few days to help you understand how to use Python for different purposes, right? So based on the profile that you are in right now, or the domain that you are in, or something that interests you personally, right? So I hope like this day 28 and day 29, I hope this will be useful for the people who want to explore Python for different kinds of use cases. So let's start with, so we've covered a little bit about NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib as well. So let's start with one of the biggest use case of today, which is nothing but data science, right? Now, yes, in data science, we've already covered, right? So I'm just typing in data science here. I'll just zoom it for you as well. Right? Of course, this notebook will be shared. So within data science, we've covered the basic ones: NumPy, Pandas, and Matplotlib. Like even people in statistical background, biology background, or people who are into stock, like any of these, right? So like still these libraries are useful for fundamentally doing any type of analysis. Then if you want to go beyond these, right? So you have scikit-learn, then you also have PyTorch if you are doing some kind of deep learning, computer vision, so these kind of stuff as well, right? And there is also TensorFlow, which is quite popular. Like nowadays PyTorch has become more popular compared to TensorFlow, right? So these are your libraries, like if you are looking into the path of machine learning, deep learning, computer vision, all of these aspects, right? Now then, talking about web developer, right? So I'm sure quite a few web developers are watching these tutorials. Now for you guys, right, so Python offers some incredibly powerful libraries as well. So first one to start with would be Flask, right? So it's quite simple, easy to implement, right? So and well documented as well. If you just search for Flask Python, right, you will get the complete understanding of how easy it is. Like, so I actually built a simple poker playing bot out of Flask, only Flask in Python. So you can easily develop like any kind of easy web application. It supports sockets, webhooks, all of that as well, right? So if anyone wants to build websites, then you can start with Flask. Then you can also use Streamlit, like if you are a person who's into dashboard kind of web development, you can use Streamlit. Then you, let's say you want to become, full stack developer kind of, right? So then I would recommend Django. So Django, like full end-to-end, like full stack web development, front end, back end, everything is taken care, right? So this is a good use case. Then if you are a person who wants to do web scraping, so like web scraping is also useful, especially for any kind of data collection tasks, automation tasks, right? Something that you want some information out of web, right? So yes, as our AI is suggesting, right? So as a Gemini is suggesting, so Selenium is so this is more for web crawling, I would say. Then BeautifulSoup is a beginner one, and Scrappy as well. So I can actually write in here web scraping and web crawling, right? So this is where like when I say scraping, like you take any static website, you, like for example ClickBuzz score, it's a static website, right? You are getting the score out of ClickBuzz. But let's say IRCTC ticket booking, so that is not a static site, right? You have to log in, click on some buttons, then proceed. So that is called web crawling. So that is where you might have to use things like Selenium, right? So this is for web scraping and web crawling. Then if you are someone who wants to do some kind of computer vision or image processing, right? So then for you, like easiest one is OpenCV, right? So like one of the best libraries, especially for any kind of image, video processing, all of these. Like, so there are other fancy ones like Pillow, you can check this out. Then there's MoviePy, which is meant for editing, trimming video clips, like basically to work with videos, images very fast. So you should definitely check out. Like, but OpenCV is the most popular and still continues to be one of the best libraries as well. Like, of course, there's your Ultralytics, you should definitely check Ultralytics. Like if you are more into computer vision or building models from scratch, like object detection, object tracking, people tracking, all of that, right? So yes, once again, let's summarize what I've covered. Data science, you can use these. Web development, you can use this. And if you are like just adding a note here, right? So if you want to work with APIs, right, then yes, Flask I would definitely recommend, but check out this requests library. And of course Flask is also preferred, where you can convert like let's say you build an application in Python, you want to expose it as an API. If you are a developer, you would understand what API is, right? So application program interface. So you can check out request library, Flask library. Then there's also fast API. So this is also very useful as well, right? So why am I mentioning all of this, right? So basically to help you understand that, so Python is not just meant for solving some simple programming problems, right? So it is friendly, it is easy to use, and that's why it makes it powerful. That's why people have built lot of these powerful libraries on top of Python itself, right? So there's game development, mobile app development, there's graphic development, right? So you can build some GUIs as well, right? So you can explore a lot of these things, but I would recommend from my own experiences, these are some of the top important libraries. I hope you'll find this useful and start using them. I'll see you in the next module.